Okay, I'm the host against komacchin. Let's just go. Let's just get into the game. And let's play the pie that everyone's been playing. He's red. Okay, good. Okay. Let's see if I can take some of the ideas from size 6 and transport them to size 8. Let's make a small mesh in the center. If red decides to play I9, then I will attack with I8. If red decides to play beyond this, then I have to decide whether to make a triangle or take control over this I9 square by adding a line of sight, using J10 for instance. Because if I let red have the opportunity to play a 3-stack, so for instance, he plays beyond this link and I do nothing, or just simply mesh away, like G6 or J12, and he plays this 3-stack, it might be very difficult for me to actually attack it properly, because I can... So my idea is to probably play something like J10. I mean, I definitely don't want... I mean, I definitely have a pretty good shield set up in case of attacking moves, so I think I'll go for it. This also threatens his corner piece. I mean, it's not like the biggest victory in the world to capture a piece on the very corner, but every piece helps contribute lines of sight to the overall network. Now that his control over I9 is undermined by my last move, I can probably start to focus on A, attacking his pieces, and B, creating a nice mesh. Okay, so he plays I8, and this move puts a line of sight on J9, and if he is going to follow up with a move like K9, then I would have to worry about it's interesting. It's really interesting. I wonder if I can do something like O14, put an attack on his O15 directly, and in the meantime, prepare to make this parrying move much stronger. I mean, this would be already prepared. The thing is, yeah, he has one line of sight, but I have 2 lines of sight, and he can't really cut any of my lines of sight on this one. So this is not really under attack. I think that he mostly is blocking my triangle here. It's reasonable. It's reasonable. If I play here, he'll have a good shield on O. I think I'm going to play this move because I think there's not very many good shields. And I think I can probably attack this while getting some influence. I need to remain careful about the upper side. Even in a position like this, it's not impossible for me to get locked out. So I have 1, 2, 3 lines of sight in the top. So it should be okay for now. He doesn't want to make a shield. Wow. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Now my question is, should I accept this so-called gambit or do something else? I mean, if I play here and then I play here, no, that wouldn't work. So if I play here and then he captures and I play here, then he can capture this one. Yeah, because I would have 2 lines of sight. He would have 2 lines of sight. But then I wouldn't really be able to. All right, you know what? I'll capture. It's great. I don't think that this. I don't think this is in any way bad for me. I need to be careful, but I don't think this is in any way bad for me. And I mean, I control this spot, he doesn't. I control this spot, he doesn't. So this one might be under attack, I-10. So if I play here, moves like this are really interesting. Okay, if I play here, he can not really attack it. On the other hand, it doesn't give me any new lines of sight, and I risk getting shut out of the top. But on the other hand, after this, it'd be pretty hard for him to, because if he does this one instead of me, then my piece here is on G9 is quite vulnerable, and I mean, J9's not super vulnerable. I do want to make this. I do want to make this cut. I want to. But what if, instead of making the cut, I control indirectly? I'm thinking about moves like this, which attack this piece down here, but which also, I think this move is quite multifunctional. This allows me to gain access to the upper side by yet another line of sight, which it's important because I predict that he's going to start blocking off these lines of sight. But I guess if I do something like this too, it's also not... He didn't block any of my lines of sight. Nonetheless, this adds yet another line of sight to the top. But it can be shielded quite well, and that's not good. I don't want that. So this one's probably out. Something like this, though. The fear I have attacking this one is that if I build up 3 lines of sight on it, it'll be all close contact, and then making the actual capture will be quite painful. I need to get on the upper side. I could actually bait out a shield. Doesn't seem good. I think I think I might need to do this one. It's either this one or this one. I kind of like this one too. So say I play a G13 and he plays a 2-stack here. This looks so annoying because then I have to actually defend here, probably. Yeah, let's just solidify the top. Probably I can capture the neutral, which will give me 2 more lines of sight to the top. Probably more like 1 line of sight to the top, unless he just spends the next 2 moves, you know. So I know this didn't give me any new lines of sight to the top, but this piece is really endangered at the moment. And after this piece dies, this piece will die. Maybe. Yeah. I expected a kind of mesh type move from him. But I have to be careful not to get locked out of the left side as well. Which is why maybe this move is kind of interesting for me now. Or maybe this move, actually. Seeing as it's an attack. But again, this gets really easily shielded. Maybe this one. It almost forcibly... Am I right? No, it doesn't forcibly capture anything. Actually, this move allows a good shield. Oh, the shield was always available. Okay, but if he shields, then I get it to the up. I get my extension. Probably worth it, honestly. And then I can look at another extension. And if he cuts, well, if he cuts, then I have attacking moves and sente moves to make, which will be worthwhile in in the whole game of not getting locked out of any part of the board. Personally, I realize I might be making a huge mistake by putting my focus so much on the bottom side when I could always just spend just one move, you know, to just get into the top, and then after he closes those gates, I'll already have the invasion to spawn more invasive stacks. Because once he closes the gates, the option goes away. Whereas, yeah, exactly. I was worried about this. But now I can do this. He broke one of my lines of sight into the upper side. I wonder if I do a one stack instead of a two stack, it'll be just as good. I mean, then I'll play this F8 stack. So this one is potentially under attack. And if I play this G8, he can play a forcing move F8. And I get trapped into a little clump on the side. I think I need to respond to this by opening up more lines of sight. This looks terrible. On the other hand, if I take the whole bottom, I'm not going to take the whole bottom, that's crazy. I can capture here though, it's pretty cool. Then this 2 is under attack. Maybe I would take the whole bottom in that case. If I take the whole bottom and the neutral, so going from here all the way down to here, like this, that's enough to win, right? If we're here, and he does this forcing move, and then I capture the neutral, that's another line of sight in. But if I play here, that's yeah. It's so difficult, so difficult. I need to get up there. Because I play this and then he plays this and I capture the neutral, he can still capture the 2. Maybe it's worth to just do this 2 stack. Get a line of sight into the top, then capture below, and then try to capture this one, and then get back to the top. My god, this plan's not gonna work. It does feel good to control this entire line here. If he cuts with an attack on the 1 stack, what is my recourse? Maybe play a 2 stack here, let him capture. If he captures, no, it's too late. Maybe I have to capture here, then he captures here, then I capture here. I do think that I dodged a bullet by not playing this move. Because G8, F8, H8, well, G8 basically is just immediately captured, like trapped by playing F8. Okay. He wants to attack this one. I think if I capture this and then he captures this and then I capture this, maybe it's not so bad. It doesn't feel good to lose all the stacks that I thought were once mine. My positioning of my stacks is not great. He used these... Oh my god, it's really good strategy. He used all these stacks as decoys, as sacrifices, as distractions. He really cares about, okay, that's enough. I need to get into the upper side. This is an absolutely critical thing. Okay, can I attack this piece? Maybe not. Maybe I need to start defending immediately. This is going to be important, I think. Maybe if I just create like a really rugged. Oh, this looks interesting. This one's also, yeah, this one's interesting because if I could play this move in Sente, I wonder if that'll make a difference. I don't know. Maybe the safe option is just to do this for now. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Is this interesting or not? This move looks incredibly annoying. I don't know if it does anything. This turns the capture into a snapback, but he can always build up another line of sight. Do I worry about that? Or is getting this piece just almost good enough? I mean, this looks kind of annoying. I might want to just do it for funsies. No, it's terrible to hear that in a world championship, but I mean, in theory, if he does nothing, I can come back in here, play this, and then capture what he just got. So I think just playing the shield is worth it. For instance, if he tries to do some defensive move like I6, and I play I5, and he captures H5, and I capture I4, then that looks pretty good. Okay. Oh, wow. He captures the neutral, threatening this one. Oh no. Well, it's time for me to cut my losses. Yeah, that didn't work. That was so. That was brilliant by Komacchin. Brilliant. Okay, but you know what's funny about this? He still hasn't captured this, and now I can still play the move, which makes the capture a snapback, and I still haven't. And it's my turn, and I got to capture. So maybe he's got a couple extra stacks here. He got to capture the neutral, and he got this one. But overall, it's not too bad. If he plays this stack, it looks bad for me. It looks bad. I really, really want to do something like that is in Sente, which allows me to. Like this is somewhat in Sente. It's somewhat in Sente and allows me to parry. I don't think he'll fall for it. That's the problem. If I play M8 and then say he just shields on K8, he's doing exactly what he wants to do. I mean, it is kind of a long-term investment to set up a trap like this because you invest in the strength of the group overall. Any tricky things over here? Doesn't look like it. Looks like all my tricks are, my bag of tricks has run dry. I don't want him to play K8. I really don't. Is it? But actually, this move, doesn't this move kind of make K8 look a little worse too? Not really. Not really. It looks really good overall. Um, maybe it's not really a feasible. Maybe it's not feasible for me to protect K8. If I play here, he captures, I capture, and he blocks. I think what he gains is more. But if he gets K8, I don't. Maybe it's an okay target for me. Let's do it. We need to do this K6. It doesn't look great, but I think we maybe need to kill this stack, and then just focus on closing up shop. Not try to invade. G12 is an interesting move, actually. I should probably save this next. I think if I can block his lines of sight. Okay, now I can maybe do this what I want to do. Uh, Playing L8 would not have been preferable, even though it does add another line of sight to J6, because he can actually then do this shield that I really didn't want him to do. K8. Playing K8 myself was not possible as suicidal, so playing anywhere beyond K8 was also not possible. But because my goal is to block his lines of sight, it is exactly what I need to be doing. Moves like this. And this will probably be the corner. And I think that I have plenty of time to reinforce because right now I have 3 friendly lines of sight and 0 enemy lines of sight. Oh, I see that he can probably play something like M7. It's highly annoying for me. But if he plays M7 and I capture, this becomes under attack as well. And it's kind of annoying for him. And so the question is, what's more important? This border or this border? Personally, I think it would be pretty cool to get to play A6, especially if I could play A6 as a 2-stack. If I got to play A6 as a 2-stack, I think I could get this whole line. If I play A6 as a 1-stack, there's a good chance that he can just attack it and kill it. And then I don't have this kind of strong stack on the side to anchor me down. What? Did he reinforce a different stack? Interesting. Like, personally, it seems so tempting to just keep going here. This blocks 2 of his lines of sight in. It does help him make this one Sente. I think it's worth it. I think a bunch of Sente moves by him is not going to be super scary. Famous last words, right? What if first I play this move? If I play this move, then he play here? Shit. Oh, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal, right? Because then I can capture here. So this is an interesting move because it might actually be designed to die later. Because, well, it'll be kind of whoever gets to play there first gets this point. The idea is this is used as a temporary stopper to block lines of sight in. But it should be in Sente because he's attacking it now. He's spending a bunch of moves to attack it. And now if I get to capture J4, then I'll be the one to attack it. Let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. If I'm wrong, that's okay. That's okay. But if I'm right, I'll feel like a genius. Yeah, fuck yeah. Cool. So now he can attack this, but I can then later just fill up the gaps. So now we need to quickly think about what we're doing here. How we need to make sure we don't make a big mistake and lose enough on the left side, because now the right side is almost completely secured. He's going to attack me somewhere. I'll play a 1-stack. He can capture, and then I can play a 2-stack. And then this will be safe. Here on this side, this is my corner, so he's going to add 2 lines of sight to it eventually. And as long as both of these aren't sente enough, or at least, sorry, as long as one of them isn't sente enough, because yeah, he'll add 1 line of sight, and I need to add my another line of sight there. Otherwise, I get apple picked. The whole line goes down, which could also be fine, to be honest, because this one goes down, but eventually I'll have this capture here. Oh, shit. Terrible. Well, this is a sente move, right? And it makes his capture pretty small. And it forces my recapture, which is pretty nice. And it blocks his line of sight in. So obviously I'm not getting here. I'm not getting all the way up to the center line. So I need to make up enough extra on this side. And later we can argue, probably he won't capture this. Later we can argue over whether this is big enough. What kind of move by him would be sente enough along this line or this line that I wouldn't be able to add the 3rd line of sight? If he plays here, okay. Okay, so I think I need to now do this. And there's already some interesting stuff, I think. Like, anyway, any kind of sneaky invasion will be really fun for me. Really fun. And I should start doing them ASAP. Because it doesn't look like closing up shop's going to be enough to win, unfortunately. Yes, I'm ahead by a little bit, but this is Komacchin. And I've seen him come back from pretty bad looking middle games and just wreck the end game. I think his end game skills are on fleek. Wreck in a positive way. Okay. Wow. This is great. But this looks pretty damn sneaky. This looks pretty damn sneaky, but sadly, now I realize what's happening. The moment he defends or like attacks this stone, it'll also attack this stone. And this would be the very kind of sente move that I was trying to avoid. For instance, him playing a move like, actually, I don't know. Okay, this is fine. Now let me just play something far away. This was necessary because I needed to reinforce eventually. I will lose a couple points here. But this is pretty helpful, I think. I mean, getting this line of sight, like playing F11 as a 2-stack. I need to figure out how to make this a 2-stack. Actually, that's good that I. It's good that I said that, but at the same time, it's, yeah. All right, I'm sure he's really happy about figuring this one out. We can do this anytime. I don't mind. So it looks like I'm getting maybe like, so he's got the center, right? And then 2 past the center, I'm getting 2 lines in. Now, he's got the center. Oh my god, yeah. Here comes the annoying parts. Here comes the part where I could really die. First of all, can he do anything about this? No. No, he has no way in. So his goal is to make a corner here. That's my idea about what his intentions are. Probably because he could do a two stack here. This would be pretty annoying. I think I need to play this, despite what other else stuff he could do. Anyway, this is not bad. I mean, if I get to do this move in Sensei, just for the sake of the fact that it, um, you know, even if this dies, which it will, if I can play this move in Sensei, like this move in Sensei, attacking this, and then get another line of sight or get a two stack somewhere along this line to make this a two stack, I think I would have enough to win. The other thing is this must die. Absolutely must die. So h12 will be played, g13 will be played, and I'll pinwheel the hell out of this thing. And if it doesn't die, then I should get sensei moves out of it. I've got to be careful not to let him get a fourth line of sight here. And I just don't think he has any resources to do that right now. So I think it's okay. Probably he would play some annoying invasion, such as f13. Oh. Wow. Don't know what's more annoying. But, oh my god. So annoying. This is not a sensei move, that's for sure. This is annoying as hell. This is the one stack. Okay. I mean, he can't even attack anything with that move. Should I just call his bluff? We gotta have 6 minutes left. This is crazy. Let's just do this once. Oh, so stupid. The moment I do it something, I realize how stupid it really is. So if I do this, he'll just play this move, which I have to respond to on the other side by reinforcement, and then he gets to capture. So that just dies. So then this threat just goes away. On the other hand, he might not see it, but it's probably a good bet that trying to invade now is just not a smart idea. Wait, if he plays here, so this move actually is useful, right? Okay. God. Ugh. Yes, my direction is completely turned around. This move both blocks potential invasion here and threatens to kill this stack. And does a pretty good job at it. At the attack on this stack. I mean, he has a shield. But if I would have done this instead of here, because, yeah, he can still attack here. Okay, but if I capture here, at the very least, having some links here, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, obviously, this needs to be resolved. I think maybe getting a stack on the inside is worth it, but... And if it turns out that I have to reinforce any captures, the thing is, I don't think he'll capture. Maybe it's not such a big... No, but I spent so much effort to allow myself the possibility of reinforcing. What if I do this? Is it crazy? Is it really crazy? He captures, and then I have 2 guys under attack, eh? Oh my god. Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it. Terrible. On another day, I might take the risky maneuver to capture here. But now I can still capture here. So he might want to do something about that, right? But good, okay. So everything turned out fine. Here now, what's going on would be that I think this is a good move. Because this blocks this invasion. And it makes all other invasions. So every other invasion now is basically suicidal from this deck, yeah. This one was already dead. It was not guaranteed that I was going to kill this. We need to focus on creating a nice boundary here. But, yeah, I mean, it's true. Once he captures this, I don't know what's the score will be. Because if he gets all of this down to here, okay, maybe I can make something like a little bit live here. Oh my god, well... Is there anything worthwhile here? He's gonna make 3-stack here. Highly annoying. Oh my god. This is a loss, I think. Maybe I should have captured. Oh my lord. The moment that he captures this one, it looks like it's going to be over for me. I think it's okay still. Maybe I can still even win, I don't know. No, probably not. Probably not. Maybe I can still win. No, probably not. Ah! Oh my god. I must shield, but I also must attack this. This is terrible. Whew. Terrible. Let's see if this does anything for me. I could actually now threaten to shield. Right? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, now I can potentially reinforce. Okay. Now he's slightly ahead. He's gonna kill this one later. Maybe I do need to do this though. Even if it's gonna die, I think I need to do it. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Because I think actually if I played this one next, then it'd be easier for this one to survive. Interesting. Interesting choice. Do we want to play this move? The question is whether to play c8 or one of these attacking moves. At least now I can be more confident that a move like g12 turns into a snapback after something like h12. He has 2 lines of sight on this. And he can't really do anything in here. If I play this move, actually get... I think I get maybe something more. But let's just look in here. He has this move, but he can't play here, 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 or here. He can play here, but he can't play here, here, or here. He cannot play here, 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 or any along this line. He can't play here, here. No, I think... Okay. Is this... Doom, doom, doom. Do I get to keep this? Probably not, right? Shall I try anyway? No, I should try anyway. I firmly believe that... Well, okay, this may allow him to reinforce... No, but he could reinforce these anyway, 203s, so they're safe anyway. So if after he captures this one, so if I play something like this, you know? After he captures this one... Okay, so actually this is probably a good decision now. Or should I go along with the whole charade? So I'm gonna lose 1-2 points here. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh. What? Oh yes! Is there anything for him to do? He has one more capture to make, right? So it'll be 83-86.